Yo, have you ever noticed something interesting? Almost every family locks their front door before they leave the house. We lock our cars, we put our passwords on our phones, we install alarm systems, we insure our vehicles, we even buy cases to protect the $1,000 phone in our pocket. We spend a lot of time protecting our stuff, but very few people ever stop to ask one simple question. Have I actually protected my family's financial future? Today I want to challenge the way you think about financial planning, because I believe the biggest mistake most families make isn't that they don't work hard enough. No, they're working their tails off every single day. It isn't that they don't save enough money. It's not that they don't invest enough. The biggest mistakes they make is that they're trying to build wealth on top of an unprotected foundation. And that's exactly what we're going to get into today. Now, if you don't know me, my name is Kyle Church. I'm with Wealth Beyond the Badge Media, and our mission is very simple. We help first responders, working class families, entrepreneurs, and everyday people like you build real financial infrastructures that last for generations to come. Now, y'all notice I ain't say financial products. I said financial infrastructures, because products, they come and go. Strategies change, markets change, interest rates change, but a strong financial foundation never goes out of style. I like to compare your financial life to like building a home. When someone builds a house, they don't start from the roof and work their way down. They don't start with the windows or the paint. They don't even think about decorating the inside of the house until the foundation is actually poured. Why? Because if the foundation isn't solid, eventually everything sitting on top of it begins to crack. The exact same thing happens financially. Most people spend their entire lives focused on making money, but very little time making sure what they've built can actually survive life's unexpected moments. At Wealth Beyond the Badge Media, we teach what we like to call the wealth blueprint. Everything we do falls into 4 categories: protect, grow, leverage, and legacy. Today we're going to start with the first one, because without it, the other 3 become much harder to achieve. Let's talk about protection. When I ask people what their greatest asset is, I hear all kinds of answers every day. My house, my retirement, my banking account, my pension, my business, my investments. But the truth surprises almost everyone. Your greatest financial asset isn't one of those things. Your greatest asset is your ability to earn an income. Think about it. That paycheck pays the mortgage, it pays the rent, it buys groceries, it funds vacations, it pays for your children's education, it builds retirement income for you. Your income is the engine that powers your entire financial life. Now, here's the scary part though. Most people spend thousands of dollars every year protecting their house. I'm talking about thousands of dollars protecting their car, hundreds of dollars protecting their cell phones, yet they've done almost nothing to protect the very thing that pays for all. Imagine a moment that tomorrow morning you wake up and you're unable to work. Not forever, just because of an illness, maybe an accident, maybe something completely unexpected. What happens next? The bills don't stop coming. The mortgage company doesn't call and say, take your time. Your utility companies don't pause your payments. Life keeps moving, whether you're prepared or not. That's why financial planning isn't just about accumulating wealth. It's about protecting the machine that creates the wealth. Now, let's move into the second part of the blueprint, which is growth. Most people understand this one. They save money, they invest in a retirement account, maybe contribute to like a 401k or 403b or an IRA. Some buy stocks, some buy real estate. Others simply leave their money sitting in a savings account. There's nothing wrong with any of those strategies. They all have their pros and their cons. Growing your money matters though. But here's what I see every single week. People are working incredibly hard to build wealth while leaving massive holes in their financial plan. Now imagine spending 30 years filling a bucket with water. Every paycheck you pour a little bit more into that bucket. Then someone points out that there's a giant hole in the bottom of the bucket. Wouldn't you want to fix that hole before adding more water into it? That's exactly what financial protection does. It patches the holes before they become disasters. The third pillar is leverage. This is where financially successful families begin thinking differently. Average families ask, where can I put my money? Well, whereas with wealthy families, they ask, how many jobs can my money actually perform? Can it protect my family? Can it grow? Can it reduce taxes? Can it provide retirement income? Can it leave a legacy? Can it create opportunities for the next generation? Money is a tool. The better you position it, the harder it works for you. Now finally, we arrive at the fourth pillar, which is legacy. This is the conversation almost nobody wants to have. Not because it's unimportant, but because it's uncomfortable. Now here's a quick question I ask families all the time. If something happened to you tonight, like I'm talking about right now, Would your family know exactly what to do tomorrow? Would they know where your accounts are, who receives your assets, who makes medical decisions for you, who raises your children if they're still minors? Would your loved ones have clear instructions? Or would they spend months after months after months, maybe years, trying to figure out everything while grieving your loss? This is where one of the biggest financial mistakes families make begins to show itself. Many people think having life insurance means that they've completed their financial planning situation. Life insurance is incredibly important, but it's only one piece of the puzzle. A complete financial protection plan should include a will, a trust, and when appropriate, power of attorney, healthcare directives, updated beneficiaries, and of course, regular reviews of your overall financial strategy. Without those documents, families often face unnecessary legal expenses, talking about probate delays, confusion, and stress during one of the hardest moments of their lives. Now, ironically, the people you wanted to protect and end up carrying the burden. That's why I'll call this the $5,000 mistake. Not because every family spends exactly $5,000, but because many families delay putting these protections in place until it's too late. Then the financial and emotional cost becomes far greater than they ever imagined. Now, here's the good news though. Creating a solid financial foundation doesn't have to be complicated. In fact, most families begin by asking themselves just a few simple questions. Like, do we have an emergency fund? Is our income properly protected? Have we reviewed our retirement strategies recently? Do we have a will? Do we have a trust if our situation calls for one? Are beneficiary designations current? Does our family know where our important documents are? Have we actually created a plan? Or are we simply hoping and wishing that everything will be okay? Hope is not a financial strategy. Preparation is. One of the biggest things I enjoy about sharing with families is that many people are surprised to learn that there are programs available that may include access to professionally prepared estate planning documents, including a will and a trust for those who qualify as part of a broader financial protection strategy. Most people assume those services are completely out of reach because of the cost. Now, sometimes that's simply not the case. Key is understanding what options are available based on your family's specific situation. As we wrap up today, I want to leave you with one final thought. Financial success isn't determined by how much money you make. It's determined by how well you prepare for the moments you never saw coming. Building wealth is important, protecting wealth is essential, and creating a plan that serves your family long term after you're dead and gone, that's what legacy is about. At Wealth Beyond the Badge Media, we believe real financial planning isn't about selling products. It's not. It's about building people. It's about helping families make informed decisions. It's about creating financial confidence through education. If today's conversation caused you to think differently about your own financial foundation, then we've accomplished exactly what we set out to do for this page. Thank you for spending this time with me. I really appreciate it. And if you'd like to take the next step, I encourage you to schedule a complimentary financial foundation review. We'll walk you through your current situation together, identify strengths, uncover potential gaps, and help you better understand your options. Now, it ain't no pressure, it's no obligation. It's just educating you and giving you some game. Because at the end of the day, your greatest investment isn't your portfolio, it's your family. And every family deserves a financial foundation strong enough to protect what matters the most. I'll see y'all in the next one. Wealth Beyond the Badge whiteboard session next. Until then, remember, protect, grow, leverage, and legacy, because that's how lasting wealth is built. Do great, be great. Peace.